Get on your grind, Shorty K.
Alright, we are live. We are live. Yay, Zersky, peace, love, and light. It's the God, Lord Christopher, the Living Survival Manual, and I'm back with another download straight from the cosmos, man. Before we even get into today's action, before I even get into the disclaimer, I just want to say I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for definitely constantly instilling in me what I should be instilling in myself, and that's the kind words of just saying how motivating I am, how inspiring I am, and that these messages truly do help. A lot of the times I get stuck in my own head thinking or whether thinking or on whether or not these type of things help, but I've been reapproved. I've been validated in the messages and the love that I get from everybody in that regard. So I appreciate y'all, I love y'all. And yeah, man, we're gonna hop right into it. Yeah, Zersky, peace, love, and light. It's the God, Lord Christopher, the Living Survivor Manual, back with another download straight from the cosmos. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed, always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process, the true keys to success. The vibes here at SYG Studios are to motivate, educate, and enlighten our people to achieve greatness through seeking new ways to invest in themselves. Everything is high level. What we think, what we say, how we feel, and how we act. But before we even get into the energy, take the time to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's how you tap in with us. We love engagement over here and understand that a village pushes the trend, not just one individual. I'm gonna go ahead and put this banner up. That's the link right there, right? You know, take the time to visit the link, join the SYG community on all social platforms, book one-on-one consultations to obtain personal guidance, so much more. The support is much appreciated. I know, people wonder, what all do I do? Well, I do a lot of things. You feel me? Not only do I podcast, I know y'all can see that heat press right here in the background. I do t-shirts, vinyl t-shirts. I do one-on-one virtual consultations, helping people or providing people or individuals with resources on how to build their brand, giving them different tips and strategies on how I got to this point. And beyond just the monetary aspect of it, actually coaching, through the mindset of getting to the point of just starting, right? So I do things of that nature, a multitude of different things. I'm getting into book writing, because that's definitely something that I will be dropping very, very soon. I want to drop a new book, but a multitude of things. So yeah, man, our aim is to not only grow the brand but reach at least 500,000 plus. Yes, I said 500,000 plus individuals who want, need, and are seeking the knowledge to live a more abundant life. Now, with all the information being provided, I do want to give this quick disclaimer as well. Please take the time to do your own research, people. It is very, very vital. My content is intended to be used for motivational purposes only. Always do your own analysis based on your own current circumstances. Now, all together, let's get into our God body energy. Inhale, peace. Exhale, growth. Now, see your greatness. All right, y'all. Here what we gonna do today. Y'all already know I started a new segment, which is called, 100 days of thought-provoking questions, where I literally go 100 days, 100 videos, 100 messages, and giving free game, free knowledge, giving you guys a better understanding of my thought processes when it comes to certain things, and to also gauge the audience or gauge you guys to see where your head is when it comes to particular situations that can be very hindering to your growth, traumatic, all of those different types of things, right? So this is day 2 of 100 thought-provoking questions of the day. Wifey just got in. Let me close the door right quick. All right. So check. Last episode, episode 11, that episode we talked about, what motivated or motivates you to strive for success. If you haven't tapped into that, if you haven't answered the question on the Spotify answer, go tap in. For the audio listeners, go, I do pose to, gauge what you guys are learning from these guys, because I want to educate, you feel me? And I want to be able to have, data that, shows and proves as my proof that things are working, things that I'm saying are working, things of that nature. So this is 100 days, 100 videos, 100 messages. This is last episode, episode 11, New Beginnings. We talked about what motivated or motivates you to strive for success. Day 2, I want to go in another direction and ask you guys, how do you approach failure and setbacks? Approach failure and setbacks. So that's going to be a question that, we dive into today as well. This is episode 12, Creators Create. And the reason I wanted to come up here and talk about that topic, because quick story time, I was listening to a interview or a podcast by a gentleman, a great thought leader by the name of Myron Golden, and he's heavy in, learning from the book, learning from the Holy Bible, things of that nature. And he decodes it in a way that is not so it's not so, culty. You feel me? Like he doesn't try to push you into anything. He just educates you on how these different scriptures and messages have helped him in his life. He gives it out to people, tries to break it down in a way that they can understand in the simplest form, but also in a high level form. And you take what you can from it. So he was talking about creation, right? And how, the Most High is a creator. And in that, he was going over a few scriptures that talked about creation. And so I even pulled up some that talks about creation, right? And what I got from it, right? So let's go to Genesis, right? Genesis 1:27. So Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, I believe. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them, right? Another one was God created the heavens and the earth, things of that nature. Another one, God, hold on, I had these pulled up. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Read the full chapter. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness, and was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the dark called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. Now, from that, what Myron Golden, helped us understand on a more simple level is that when it comes to becoming something or visualizing something or forming something, you have to figure out a way to create that something that you are pondering on. And he was stating that a lot of the times we get so entrapped in our mind about the creation, about having the resources, about having the tools, when we have already been blessed with all these things. If from the verse, how he was stating, if God created man in his own image, that means that he gave us the ability to create anything that we desire in this lifetime as well, as long as we put thought to it and as long as we put focus to it. So from that, I was just like, man, like that's deep, and it's something that I teach about all the time. However, again, as a student of, personal development and self investment, I always learn things, right, over and over and over again, and sometimes it's the same thing in a different way, because maybe God is trying to show me what I need to be doing right? But I'm not listening. It might not be being taught to me by an individual that I need to hear it from. The energy just isn't resonating. But from him, it just hit different, right? And I just had a switch click on that said, you know what? He's right. All the things that have been transpiring in my life, I have the ability, the tools to be able to get myself out of it and create a world that I want for myself as long as I focus on it. But the problem lies is sometimes people don't know how to focus on those goals, whether because of distractions, things of that nature, or they just don't know what to do. I did up here, or I do up here, and I give tools, I give resources and things of that nature. So this is an outlet for people or a platform for people to be able to learn about what to do. But do understand that when you're learning from me, I am learning from my coach, who is the Most High. Now, from that, I then started reading books. I know y'all can see that back there, Think and Grow Rich. That's been my book that I have with me every single day. Every single day. I decided to put this book right here, Woke Doesn't Mean Broke by Billy Carson. I would definitely say go check out his platform, forbiddenknowledge.tv. Definitely a very insightful individual when it comes to shifting your mindset out of the poverty mindset and then putting it in a more high level mindset or luxury mindset. But there was a chapter in this book, and this all ties in about how creators create in those times where you don't know what to create or how to create. There are things that you can do to help push you towards that light. So he has a chapter in this book, thick book, right? He has a chapter in this book that goes over how to create or how to get yourself in a position to be able to create, at least from what I got from it, right? So I'm going to read it. What to do when you have no idea what to do. Sometimes the right choice is obvious. Other times the solution is a little less clear. When you are the most uncertain, you're often in a situation with great potential. This type of confusion is common when you come to a crossroads in life. The biggest decisions are often the most intimidating. The ability to make challenging decisions increases with experience. That's key right there. The ability to make challenging decisions increases with experience. If you don't experience it, it's going to be hard for you to continue to want to do something that was challenging. The first time that you experience it, you might not even like it, but it'll program your mind in such a crazy way that when another challenging experience comes, you won't be as quote unquote fearful to engage in that challenging experience. Try these techniques Try these techniques to deal with uncertainty and make intelligent decisions. And he has a list of them, and let's go over the list. Be clear regarding your values. A wise choice might be easier if you're aware of your values. Like I'm gonna let y'all know now. I wrote down my core values on this board over here. I don't know if y'all can see them, but that's something that I've been learning is very, very important when it comes to creating a life for yourself. What principles, morals, things of that nature are you standing on as your foundation? Whether it's in business, whether it's spiritually, whether it's emotionally, like what things are you standing on that you will not sway away from, that is going to continue to propel you towards your goal. So mines are integrity, right? Mines are honesty, innovation, courage, wisdom, discipline, passion, happiness, accountability, leadership. You feel what I'm saying? All of these things are very, very important. All of those things are very, very important. You have to stand on something for you to be able to continue to grow. Because if your foundation is weak, everything on the top and like how we learned in what's that game with the blocks? Y'all know what I'm talking about. You feel me? How you learn that game? If you move that piece out the wrong way, everything crumbles below. So you got to make sure that your core values are clear, right? Whenever you're stuck, return to your values and take another crack at the situation. If you've never considered what your values may be, take the opportunity to make a list and describe what's important to you, right? Gather more information. Do you have enough information to make a good decision? Take the time you need to gather the information needed to make a wise choice. Utilize every possible resources. Listen, I'm the man as far as utilizing what you got. I didn't have this at first. I didn't have like this little setup at first. You feel me? I didn't have everything figured out at first, but what I did, I utilized what I had. I had a phone, and I knew my phone could record audio, right? So I just literally set it up, literally in this corner over here, in the beginning, put it on a little tripod, and just started talking. Not talking nonsense. It may have not always been clear in a sense of like the message that I was trying to get out. It may have not always been as structured, but I knew where I was going. Utilize what you got. Avoid indecision as a decision. Find the difference between taking your time and being indecisive. Make no mistake, failing to make a decision is a decision. It's a decision to rely on luck and forces outside yourself to decide your fate. When you don't make a decision, you lose control of your future. I'm reading in Think and Grow Rich where it talks about how indecision is a villain to anybody that's successful. The most successful men, Warren Buffett, the Rockefellers, the Rothschild, all J.P. Morgan, all of these individuals who have built generational wealth, who have built empires, things of that nature. Thomas Edison, all these built people who so quote unquote created America, they thrive off making decisions and not wavering away from those decisions that they made. As men, in particular, because I can only talk as a man from a man's point of view, the more and more that you are indecisive in decision making, the less and less people around you will respect you. As a married man, if I can't get to make a decision on how things are going to be ran in this household when it comes in particular situations, my wife is going to look at me like I'm crazy. What do I have you for? What are you here for? Men are supposed to have plans. You feel me? I'm supposed to have a plan to get the house so that she can come in and get a home. We have to have plans, but the only way that we can do this is if we are decisive in our decision making. Ask a mentor for advice. Maybe a friend or partner has faced a similar dilemma. Experience counts for a lot. Seek guidance if it's available to you. Avoid blindly following the advice of others. Make your own decision. A mentor guides, but he doesn't decide. That's real shit, man. Excuse my language. But one of the best things in my life that I could have ever done, even though I went through life taking care of myself, teaching myself different things, a mentor who was where I wanted to be came into my life and gave me extra tools that I didn't know I needed so that I can continue to climb that mountain that I was trying to climb. So that I continue to accomplish and accomplish and accomplish and accomplish and accomplish all of the goals that I had on my list. They came and they organized it and put it in a more realistic view for me. They helped me plan again more. They helped me realize again how this said if you don't make a decision on what you want, I said a quote in my last video, if you never move, you'll never know. And that's like the realest shit ever. If I never move on shooting my shot, how am I ever gonna know if I would have made it or not? I am literally one video away, one talk away, one meeting away from obtaining all of the things that I want in my life. Inshallah. One. So instead of me dwelling on past mistakes, utilize those past mistakes so that I can create a better future. I'm not going to do that again. That's making the decision. I know damn I'm not going to do that again because that led this to this. And you see what I'm saying? But a mentor helped me realize those things as well. Next one, relax. Your brain works better when it's relaxed. An overly stressed state results in the inhibition of the higher functions of your brain. Your best ideas come when you're mentally at ease. Take a long hot bath and ponder your situation. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. Y'all can't see it, but yesterday it was a hectic day for me mentally. And back here on here, I had my yoga mat, and I had to tell my wife, listen, for the next 30 minutes, I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to, engage or exert any energy out to anyone. I just want to go in my lab, put my yoga mat out, and just go talk to God. I literally said that to her. I need to have a conversation with God right now because everything that I'm going through right now, mentally, spiritually, it's fucking me up physically, right? If I don't go talk to him right now, I'm going to explode like a volcano. And I don't want to take that out on you. I don't want to take that out on my pets. I don't want to have that displacement. It takes a strong mind to even see that, be that self-aware. Like, yo, it's getting to a tipping point. I need to go sit my ass down and go have a talk with my coach right quick. Sometimes you just really have to relax. Go outside. Look at the trees, yo. Watch the bird. Go bird watching. If you got to go running or something like that, like that's cool. But the best thing I say is just be in a relaxed state. Put some music on. Kick your feet up. For my ladies, if you need to go get your nails and your hair done, get a massage, get your hair washed, so they can get all that negative energy out, do that. When we are in a rested space, when we are in meditation, and meditation doesn't just consist of you just, sitting around closing your eyes. I'm in deep meditation right now. Why? Because I'm pondering on different thoughts and I'm in tune with God right now because I need to be. That's what meditation is. That's what manifesting is. Focusing on thoughts that are going to help you create. But it has to be positive thoughts that you're focusing on. Forward-thinking thoughts, God's thoughts. Being mindful. When you relax and you get in that space, that's the closest thing that you can do to be right next to God at that throne. The temple. The temple. Relax. All right, let's get going. Exercise. Physical exertion can change your chemistry and provide a new perspective. Hit the gym for an hour and then reconsider your dilemma. Don't be surprised if you have a few new ideas. I go work out. I at least do something that gets my body moving every single day. Whether I lift weights, resistant band, go shoot hoops with the kids in my community, go on a run, do in-home workouts. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm gonna do something productive to keep my body moving. I have from experience. Right after that, I did not get nigga. I get the ponder like okay, yeah, you feel what I'm saying? And then I go write those things down. Meditate or pray, for sure. The choice is yours. The mental state achieved through meditation and prayer can be highly creative. You'll be in a better place to make a good decision. And I feel like that goes hand in hand with relaxing. What will you tell a friend in the same situation? Dealing with the challenges of others can be clearer than dealing with your own. What would you tell a friend or family member? It may be wise to take your own advice. Big facts. Review your goals. Each action you take will make achieving your goals either more or less likely. How do your choices mesh with your goals? This can be an effective way to find an intelligent solution. Make a list of goals if you don't already have one. If you don't know where you're going, why you even got the car turned on? You wasting gas. That was like literally the best analogy that I can come up with in this now. If you don't know where you're going, why are we turning the car on? We don't even have a GPS up. We don't have a location. We don't have a time. We don't have any of that. We ain't got our bags packed. But you in the car already. Review your goals or start creating goals. Goals can be big, small, wide, tall. Like, it don't matter. Write something down. Something that you want to see outside of your current circumstance that is going to help elevate you or put you in a better position, or you and your family in a better position. Last but not least, consider the downside. Look at your choices. Maybe you have more than one choice with the same potential benefits, but consider the possible downside to each option. Manage your risks. When two or more options have the same potential benefit, the choice with the least risk is often the best. When you're stuck, likely all your choices seem equivalent. After you've done everything you can to reach a decision, choose. Do the work. Even if you're still uncertain, make a choice and move forward until you're certain you made a wrong choice. Even a poor decision is usually better than no decision at all. Taking action might show you a new idea for a better approach, and you'll be moving forward instead of stuck in the quagmire of indecision. Woke doesn't mean broke. Definitely a book for your collection, man. Definitely a book for your collection. It's, let me see, it's 663 pages, but when I tell you this is gonna change your life, you see all them books I have back here? I wasn't a book reader at first, but then I started stepping out of my comfort zone and doing things that, from what I've learned from other individuals who are where I wanted to be, just started doing different things. And guess what? Reading is actually fun. I love reading now. I learned so much. I learned so much about myself, about how to engage in different conversations, how to step out of my comfort zone. Shit, I've read books about my wife's anatomy. You know what I'm saying? So I can learn that when she goes through her birthing process of what things to do and what things to not do, what things she should like. I study, man. I just like to study all different types of topics. I've always been that person. I've always been that child. I've always been that being to study and study and study so that I can have just a book of knowledge for whoever needs it, including myself. Including myself. So creators create, man. Creators create, and I hope that that helped y'all. Um, I hope that helped y'all. Now, let's go ahead and hop into the question of the day, and we're gonna get up out of here. Day 2 of 100 thought-provoking questions of the day. How do you approach failure and setbacks? I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna speak from myself only. It depends on what I'm going through or how I'm feeling in that moment sometimes. Again, just like yesterday, as I was stating in the beginning, like sometimes I have to go go sit down and meditate, yo. I have to go sit down and meditate and just get my thoughts together. Sometimes failure and setbacks don't look pretty when it comes to how I deal with it. I cry, I can get angry. I've grown out of punching things. But I'm just keeping it in a band. It depends on where you are at mentally in your journey, yo, spiritually in your journey. And for me, like, if I was to look at the 20-year-old me versus the 30-year-old me, that decade, my ways of approaching failure and setbacks has changed. Back then, I would probably get in a very, very depressed state to where I didn't want to do anything. Now, I might get in a space where I feel depleted of energy. However, I go through that emotion and then I get up and get going. Because now not only do I have me to depend on, I have to look at the others in my life that are depending on me as well, mainly my wife. Not to say that she isn't independent and moving and doing for herself. However, when we came together as this union, she looks to me to do certain things and I look to her to do certain things. Because that's the agreement that we made based off the abilities that we have. We know that this person does it better than this person. Like, just those different types of things, man. Failure and setbacks isn't fun, but you can overpower them. You have dominion over them. The Most High is giving you dominion over any and every situation that comes into your space. If you don't want something here, get it out of there. Period. It's that simple. But we have to reprogram our minds into understanding that, yo, I have that power to do that. Because when you go through life feeling that others control your life, you'll never be able to get a handle back on your life, your mind, your sanity, all of those different types of things. So I definitely want to hear y'all comment, you know what I'm saying, down below after this video. How do you approach failures and setbacks? I go listen to motivational videos. I go read books. I replay what I did in that moment that led to the failure and the setbacks so that I can tweak some things so that that doesn't happen again. Not to say that failures and setbacks will never happen again, because the more and more I get to a new level, there are going to be new challenges, right? And if I never experienced it before, how am I going to know how to get through it? Because I can have the tools, but I might need another tool that I wasn't abreast to. So I got to go tap in with Coach. But yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I appreciate it coming up here and giving y'all this word, this wisdom. I don't know if y'all have noticed, I will also be, doing some new things on my social. For instance, like, if a thought just comes to mind, just getting it out, wisdom for your vision, all of that is coming from wisdom that God is giving me, and He's telling me, hey, they need it right now. Get it out to them. And that's how I came up with this 100 days of thought-provoking questions. I'm challenging myself 100 days, 100 videos, 100 messages. I did 30 days before. I never did 100. Never did 60. Never did, you feel me? But I'm going to do 100 days, 100 videos, 100 messages. Y'all mark this. This August 5th, man, 2023. This video will probably be up tonight. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Remember, someone has to see your greatness. Why not start with yourself? Stay blessed. Always finesse. Definitely trust the Most High's process. And we out. Peace. Peace.